Doing some halti work. The halti goes over a nice pressure point, sit, over the bridge of the nose. That teaches dogs to calm down, helps with a lot of fearful dogs to not be so skittish. Come on. Building up some focus. So when she's right next to me, there's no pressure whatsoever, so it's nice and gentle. When I stop, I pull up just slightly. Good girl. And I'm just using freeze-dried liver treats. Good girl. Is it chewy? Come on. So when she's right next to me, there's no pressure whatsoever. Good. Here. Yes, good girl. Sit. Oh, good girl. Very nice. Very nice. Good. Come on. It's chewy, huh? Here. Yes, good girl. Sit. Oh, good girl. Very good. Oh, those are good, huh? Those are good. Come on. So we're creating this nice pressure-free zone right next to us that's going to create that on and off leash heel eventually, actually. So when she gets distracted or skittish, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull slightly up. She puts her butt automatically to the ground. Good girl. And if she's being skittish, I'm going to let her observe those fears. If she starts to get kind of nervous, I pull slightly up, and then I release that pressure. Sit. Good girl. So you start to get her to observe and work through those fears instead of letting her feed into them by being skittish or almost in like a semi-feral way is what she is. Not in aggression, but in fear. Good girl. Very nice. Here. Good girl, Jean. Very good. Good girl. Come on. Here. Yes. Good girl. Come on. Very good. She goes out ahead. I just pull slightly up. See how it makes her drop back a little bit. So everything with her, because she's a nervous dog, it's all very gentle. You don't have to force her to do anything. That's not going to get you any... Very good girl. I didn't have to ask her to do anything right there. So lots of treats. Lots of affection. Good girl. Oh, is that an itchy spot? Huh? Very nice. Good girl. You are shedding like crazy, little one. All right, come on. Oh, excited, huh? We just did a walk, so she's really well adjusted to the leash. Come on. Very nice. I automatically stop. Perfect. Good girl. Very nice. Come on. And I bump up the distractions every time, but I really wanted to show you how gentle this pressure is on the halti. You don't have to be very firm with her. We're just building up some focus. Good. Sit. I'll step into her a little bit because she's nervous about people coming into her space, so we're going to work on her psychological / spatial pressure or spatial presence. So when we walk into her, we're practicing that. We're teaching her that, hey, spatial pressure, body language is not a bad thing. So I can step into her. Good girl. Release that pressure. Turn back to the side. I'll give her a treat. It's not so scary to have people in your space. And we'll work up to strangers doing that as well. She's got some really strong associations. And a lot of it is just because she's been able to practice that flightiness. Good girl. Oh, what are you going to do? A little bit of pressure with the body. Very good girl. Whereas when we first started this, she'd try and flee away from me. She wasn't very happy with people walking into her space that she didn't have a relationship with. She has to know that all people aren't going to hurt her, but also that all people aren't going to try and touch her. So how to rebuild those relationships. How to properly introduce her to new people. Same thing with dogs. She gets very nervous about dogs smelling her bum and being introduced the right way. She really wants to play, really likes to play, but she gets nervous about that, and that feeds into her socialization skills with people as well. Oh, that was good, huh? And she doesn't mind the halti. It's nice and loose, so no pressure on her face at all. Oh, good girl. Does that feel so good, huh? Good girl. And then we'll move on to working on place with her, which will be very beneficial when we have company come over. Giving her a spot that she can visualize and kind of stick to that makes her comfortable, but also teaching her that she needs to have boundaries around new people. She can't keep acting the way that she does because she'll start to increase that behavior. And dogs like that are usually the ones that'll end up nipping or biting. And it's not out of really aggression, it's out of more trying to control space because they're fearful. Good girl.